Welcome to the Rasslin Cafe podcast with your hosts, Killer K and Big Southern. Follow them on Twitter at the Rasslin Cafe and at Big Southern. Check out the website at www.therrasslincafe.com. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
Putos, you are listening to Rasslin Cafe with my vato Killer K. Vámonos, 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 vámonos.
Hey, what up, people? What's up, y'all? It's the Rasslin Cafe. It's the homeboy Killer K. We hope everybody's doing okay. This is podcast number 25. And of course, I got the homeboy Big Southern with me. What up, dog?
What's happening, man? Always and forever. Always and forever. Telling you.
Man, bro.
Y'all just don't understand what we go through to give y'all a great podcast.
Yeah, I was about to say that, bro. Hey, to all those people listening right now, it's 1 o'clock in the fucking morning over here, y'all, where I'm at.
Yeah, where he's at. So I'm on Eastern time, so just put it all together. It is, he's 3 hours behind me. So therefore, it is 4 o'clock in the morning here. But it's all good.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, 4 o'clock in the morning, that's when y'all should be waking up, having your coffee, listening to this podcast. You know what I'm saying? And getting ready for your work day. You know, checking your news, your Facebook. You know, like for example, you know, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/The Rasslin Cafe. And, remember, guys, yours truly, the Rasslin Cafe over here. For every 100 likes, we're going to be giving away something. And for, you know, we're almost there, guys. We're at 61 likes right now. I know some people will be too embarrassed to admit that, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but it's all good. We can admit it.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't no shame in my game, dog. So,
no.
Spread the word. Let everybody know. And, hey, you should be listening to the podcast because you never know when your name might be called upon, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And we got us on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at The Rasslin Cafe or follow the big homie at Big Southern.
Check us out on YouTube.
Yes.
And that is The Rasslin Cafe.
Basically, the Rasslin Cafe for all our social medias. You know, we don't have Instagram. I'm not really to rock with that yet. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. But at any rate, so how you been, bro, man? It's been hotter than a mother knucker around here, bro.
Ooh, boy, you ain't telling no lies, man. Boy, my sweat been sweating around here, man. It's been ugly. Really, really ugly. Our highest temperature so far got up to like 95. And then see, you got to think about the heat index, man. It gets nasty. And it's been like 90-something% humidity and everything. So it's been ugly.
90%? Fuck that, bro. Yeah, for us, it was in the 90s earlier this week, but, you know, I just recently upgraded to central heating and air, and
yeah,
it's been nice. And I joined up with a local membership place here, and we go swimming. I mean, I know you saw me post that shit on Facebook, which I ain't gonna front y'all. Y'all know if y'all don't know, your homeboy over here don't know how to swim, so I'm just a fat dude on the side, just staring at these little kids swimming and shit, Bro, the deepest I can go. This is gonna give y'all a little hint, on how tall I am. I go to 5 feet. The water's like up to my neck, and I start freaking out, man.
Wow.
I gotta get on my tippy toes, but at any rate, we are, the day that we're recording this, it's exactly 7 days from Extreme Rules, so there's one more episode of Raw and one more episode of SmackDown. How you feeling though, bro, about how, before we jump into the news, how do you feel about this whole pay-per-view once a month thing? How's it playing out for you?
I think it's better because, when you have these freaking like Raw exclusive and SmackDown exclusive, it just kind of gets a little boring, because you keep seeing the same old bullcrap pay-per-views, every time or whatever. And then when when they mix it up and do Raw and SmackDown, do pay-per-view or whatever, that's just a little better to me. I've always liked it that way. I've always not been a big fan of the exclusives. I just didn't like it.
What I like about it is the fact that it gives the storylines to draw out more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though we see where they're going, it's not rushed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, there's some storylines that draw out, and we're going to talk about one of those today. You might disagree with me during the Extreme Rules thing. But let's let's see what's going on in the wrestling world. And let's check out, I like to call them the appetizers, the news bites.
Yep.
Enzo Amore was cleared of all charges. Thoughts about that, bro?
Well, I kind of figured he was going to be cleared anyway because I didn't really believe the story when I heard it. Things do happen or whatever the case may be. You do have celebrities that try to take advantage of people because of their celebrity status or whatever. But the way that the story came out and the way that old girl was talking, and then other people started coming out and saying that she was lying and saying that she tried this with somebody else before, and she's already done told people that she was pregnant before, just lying because she wanted to be in a relationship with them. And plus she was a druggie and this, that, and the other. And I was like, nah, I don't know about that shit. I didn't believe it. And come to find out, the police department put their little investigation out there and basically said that her story was, she just had conflicting stories, and it was contradiction after contradiction. I was like, well, yeah, of course. I kind of figured that, man, because a lot of times these females and these dudes, I ain't gonna just say females, but in this case female, a lot of these females, the only thing that they doing is trying to get a payday. That's all. You got to be really, really careful whether you a celebrity or not, who you stick your dick in. So,
if you guys want to hear the full story, go listen to Stone Cold's podcast. Enzo was on there just recently, and I find it kind of funny though, because Enzo was there was like a one-man promo on that podcast. He damn near talked the podcast, but man, I guess his first car was like I think you heard it though too. 1996. I
think he said Corvette. A Ferrari or something.
I think it was it was 1996 Corvette.
Oh, was it a Corvette? Yeah.
And man, ballin', bro. And I guess he was the guy that was trying to teach what's her face from the Riot Squad how to drive too.
Yeah, Liv Morgan.
Yeah. So do you think he was justified? Of being fired like that? You know what I'm saying? Because
I Well, I honestly think that it was kind of messed up on the WWE's part, but at the same time, you already know he had a lot of heat and stuff like that, and he just basically, I mean, a lot of people were saying that he was hard to work with and this, that, and the other. And when, they already looking for a reason to get rid of you, I mean, you should keep your nose clean at all. Everywhere you go, you should keep your nose clean. But, with this right here, he didn't have any idea that he was being investigated at all until it came out on Twitter. And, the WWE, I'm just going to keep it real. They are hypocritical with a lot of stuff because, I guarantee you, had it been somebody else in that situation, they probably wouldn't have even sent them home. And I think they were just looking for a reason to let him roll. And that right there was the straw that broke the camel's back. So,
I mean, you're talking about other people. I mean, I know it's not right, but didn't WWE and Stone Cold settle out of court with Deborah because supposedly he was beating her?
I don't remember I don't remember if she got any money out of that or not. I don't remember, but I do remember that allegation though.
Yeah, so I mean, just heed the word of the homeboy Southern here, man. Just when you're out there on the internet, you know what I'm saying, just keep your nose clean. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
heck yeah.
In other news, unfortunate news, Fandango and Sami Zayn both got hit with shoulder injuries. The aforementioned 1:00 in the morning. Sorry, I just forgot. Fandango. He might be for 6 months, right?
Yeah, so he's gonna be out for the rest of this year. And dang, boy, I did not know that Sami Zayn. Well, at first I didn't know. I knew about that one shoulder, but I didn't know it was both of his shoulders until later on down the line. I was like, dang. This dude right here been fighting through this stuff for a long time, man. And that just goes to show you his dedication. It's like, dang, boy, you are straight dedicated. So,
man, you talk about dedication, bro. I mean, look at the feud that he had to go through before he took time off for these injuries,
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Bobby Lashley and shit.
Yep.
But yeah, he's supposed to be out until at least past WrestleMania 35. If he'll barely make it, I guess. But
yeah, that is. Oof.
So let's see what else we got going on, bro. The biggest news to come out of the weekend. I know this is a wrestling podcast, but Brock Lesnar, he's a wrestler for now.
Yep.
Showed up at UFC 226, I think it was, and
226. Yep. I forgot old boy's name that he confronted.
Daniel something, Daniel Cormier or some shit like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And
basically just had a little shove fest or whatever. And
did you hear that promo that Brock dropped though?
Yeah, I heard the promo, and then because you was telling me that you wish that Brock would do his promos like that in WWE, and I was just thinking like, shit, he wouldn't be able to get away with that. Talk about it. The only thing that he was pretty much saying is shit and motherfucker. That's it. That's the only words that you really got out of the whole thing. But the intensity, was there. But from what I heard too is a lot of people said that was a work because both of them are friends, and basically, they just trying to get some hype with the fight. And I know dude said that he absolutely will not fight Brock Lesnar unless he is completely clean. Because you know what happened with that last fight.
Well, Brock, secretly entered in the Asada pool, so that just means that eventually Brock is going to drop the title. How do you think they're going to work that title? I've seen some scenarios, out there in the community, wrestling community, like they want him to go fight DC in November and have Brock go into that match as a WWE champion so he can walk the title to the cage, which is bullshit in my opinion.
But I completely, far as that goes, him fighting in November, I know that's not going to happen. They said that it's probably going to be in January because Brock Lesnar, he hadn't entered himself into the thing yet. But he's supposed to do it this week or whatever, and he still has 6 months of suspension left. So by him going and they said that he actually he wasn't a secret, he that was just a story that came out and a lot of people ran with it. But come to find out, like I said, that the stuff that Dana White was saying or whatever and Brock was saying just basically showed that he hadn't gotten tested yet. So if he go ahead on and get in it this week, he'll be if he do good, he'll be good for January. So we'll see. But as far as how him dropping the title and stuff like that, man, I absolutely do not see Brock himself getting pinned. I don't see that happening.
Isn't that the way to go, though? I mean, in the business, in the wrestling business, on your way out, you put.
But you already know they gonna suck Brock Lesnar's ass, and they gonna want him to come back. And I'm sure Brock is definitely going back.
Easy money, like you were saying.
Yeah. Dude about to be 41 years old, and this dude, come on, man. I mean, how long? That UFC is pretty much, although Brock is not an old dude, but when you look at UFC, he is old. You know what I'm saying? Because UFC, that's for them youngsters, 20-somethings and them early 30-somethings and stuff like that. I mean, man, please. I just don't see Brock Lesnar staying in the UFC that much longer. I mean, that long.
So do you think his fight will be better than the one that CM Punk had?
Man, hell yeah. Yeah, I definitely do.
Man, I'm going to post this on Facebook. I forgot to, but I saw a tweet the other day that someone shared. Ever since Brock has become Universal Champion, he spent a total of 196 minutes on Raw since becoming Universal Champion. And then the last time the Universal Championship was actually defended, I can't remember if it was on TV or I think on TV, which was back on January 30th of 2017. So I can understand why they want, the fans want Brock to drop the title. Cause wouldn't it be cool though, man, to see a championship match, even though we know that he's gonna retain the title? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's definitely. I think that if Brock Lesnar wasn't going, I think the WWE is going to try to make him look good for his match at UFC or whatever. Which, I mean, they are not obligated to do that, but I think that they are going to make him look good where he's not going to be defeated, like pinned or submitted or anything like that. But I honestly think that with Brock pretty much giving Braun Strowman the rub, if you will, I think that would help Braun Strowman a lot too, because if let Braun beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't gonna happen though. If anything, if Braun jump in that match at SummerSlam, which I'm sure is gonna probably happen, Braun is gonna pin Roman Reigns.
I mean, it's just like the last time when Brock lost the title. He didn't lose it clean, you know what I mean? Because the cash in from Seth Rollins. So I kind of agree with you. I definitely agree with you that he's not going to, lose the title cleanly. So when he does come back, that gives him a reason to go after whoever the champion is.
Okay, I'm trying to think of how this happened. Okay, I remember Kevin Owens had the title. Goldberg beat Kevin Owens for that title, right?
Right.
Okay, so at the time, Brock. Okay, so Brock. Okay, because I was trying to think. I was like, I know damn well Goldberg didn't take that title off of Brock because he didn't. It was actually, yeah. Okay, never mind. And I was gonna say, I remember. I know Brock got beat by Goldberg too, which was dumb as hell. But anyway, I'm sure Brock wasn't mad about that because hell, he was getting him a big payday. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, Goldberg,
I just don't see.
Yeah, Goldberg had a short ass run. He defeated Owens, and then Goldberg defeated. And then Lesnar defeated Goldberg.
Yeah, at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, I honestly, like I said, I don't see them having anybody to pin Brock at all. If anything, it's going to probably be a 3-way, and it's going to cash in. Braun Strowman is going to cash in, and I'm thinking he's going to pin Roman. That's what I think.
Man, we'll see. We'll wait and see what happens. But I really, it's going to go down at SummerSlam, and I'm going to be ordering it like I always do. So it's going to be entertaining, and good luck to Brock. Happy early birthday, Brock. Happy early birthday to him. His birthday comes up here in a few days, July 12th.
I would hope you will be watching it on the network instead of ordering it.
Well, you know what I mean. What I mean by ordering it is like grabbing the fucking remote, you know what I'm saying, and clicking it. That's what I mean by ordering it. But man, you got anything else that's floating around in your brain in the industry, bro?
Not that I can think of right now. The only thing that I know, one thing that I do know is Charlotte is going to be out for a little while or whatever, and that's about all as far as the. Oh yeah, and that's right. Who had a knee injury? Was it oh man, one of the Riot Squad. What's her Ruby? Was it Ruby Riot that had a knee injury? But they found out that it was just a sprained knee.
They were pushing her heavy there for a while too, man. It seems like they got big plans for her, man, because she was.
I think they do.
They had her defeating Sasha and Bayley, and even in that gauntlet match, they had her going almost to the end.
Yeah.
So they got big plans for that woman, man. I saw the news bite, but I didn't read it. So do you remember or whatever?
Yeah, it was just a sprained knee, and they said they were just gonna keep her off of her knee for like a month to let it heal up and stuff.
Yeah, man, there's a lot
of
people.
I know Charlotte had complications. I believe it was complications with that ruptured implant.
So that concludes our news segment, guys, and we'll be right back with our Extreme Rules preview
predictions.
And much more.
You're listening to the Rasslin Cafe podcast. Follow us on Twitter at The Rasslin Cafe and like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/The Rasslin Cafe. Check out our website at www.theraslincafe.com for blogs and much more about the world of professional wrestling. And now, back to the show.
Alright, y'all, we're back. It's Killer K, Big Southern, Rasslin Cafe, Podcast 25. Don't forget, Twitter at The Rasslin Cafe, Twitter at Big Southern, Facebook.com/The the Rasslin Cafe. And if you want to catch all our podcasts, they are archived at therastlincafe.com.
Or you can go on YouTube.
Fuck, man, I keep forgetting that YouTube thing, dude. I'm telling you, I'm not used to this, 1 o'clock in the morning recording stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in the Rasslin Cafe. All the podcasts are there as well. And we appreciate all the support that you guys are showing us. It's deeply appreciated. That's why, the Rasslin Cafe wants to give back for the support. So just keep those likes coming and start subscribing to the podcasts on YouTube, as we might start doing giveaways there as well. That's why you just gotta stay on tabs, subscribe to all of our shit so you can get the latest news and all that stuff. And so earlier this in the podcast, we talked about Extreme Rules 2018 coming up in Pittsburgh in about 7 days as of this recording. We have one more episode of Raw and SD Live to sit through. How has SmackDown Live and Raw been treating you lately, bro? A lot of people these past few weeks, bro, have saying that SmackDown has been much better than Raw.
And I agree with those people, because when it comes to Raw, I've just been like, wow, man. It's just not been catching my interest at all. To me, the best thing going on with Raw right now, in my opinion, is I think that they are trying to pretty much, which they should have already did this, put a little more spotlight on Bobby Lashley. A lot of people feel like, and I agree with them again, that they should have brought Bobby Lashley in as a smash mouth, no nonsense heel. Don't come in there smiling and laughing, and this, that, and the other. Come in there and dominate. That's what he should have been doing. So hopefully they have not dropped the ball with that. I don't think so. I think it's still time for him to do his thing, because they are really, really, really trying to get people to get behind Roman Reigns. They really are. So I mean,
man, bro. At one point in time, I was a big fan of Roman, bro, and I'm not jumping on the bandwagon, but I'm actually starting to get worn out with this guy, man. I mean, what really made me turn my head was when the WWE gave him the Superstar of the Year award when he was only there for only 8 months of the year. Remember when he went down?
Yeah.
Over that hernia injury shit, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was out for a few months. So how the fuck are you gonna award him Superstar of the Year? And then on top of that, I think he went and won the Royal Rumble after that. I mean, just mega push after mega push. I mean, so
yeah.
If you were Vince, bro, and you came to your senses, where would you put Roman? Would you put him in high on the mid card, lower mid card, tag team? What would you put him?
I'd put him in the mid card. I mean, the dude. He's a great athlete. I cannot take that away from him at all. He's a great athlete, but to me, as the top guy, no, not at all. He's to me, he's just not ready for that. And I think that they a little too. I think they pushed him a little too hard, a little too fast. And honestly, I liked Roman Reigns when he was with the Shield. That's what I liked, because he didn't talk much. He just did his, all he did was pretty much show, action. And I think that I probably would have taken to him a little better had they gave him a manager, somebody to talk for him rather than let him talk, because that's when he lost me. And also when he lost me was when I started seeing how the WWE was just pushing him to the moon, when you got other people that's there that should have been pushed to the moon well before him. That's what bothered me. And I saw them giving him that John Cena treatment. I was like, I can't get with that. So I was never a single Roman Reigns fan. I was always I was a fan of the Shield, the Roman Reigns with the Shield, and not even the second go around with the Shield. It was all about the first round. I don't think they could ever do anything to get me to be on the Roman Reigns bandwagon. I can't do it.
You know, as you were talking about Roman, I was sitting here wondering, how come they never pulled the trigger on a Roman versus Dean Ambrose feud? Why do you think that is? He battled with Seth.
I'm trying to... Yeah, but you remember both of them battled with Seth, because remember, Seth was the one who turned on him. But I don't even remember. Only thing that I remember with Dean was when Dean told Seth and Roman... Remember when they had them to fight for the title that time, and Dean actually won the Money in the Bank, and he cashed in and won the title. That was the only thing that I remember. I don't remember him and Roman ever having a match other than that.
Yeah, because that's when Roman got suspended for, doing some shit, right?
The dope. Yeah.
There's rumors that they're trying to do a Shield triple threat again for Mania next year. What do you think about that?
I really could care less about seeing it, because I don't know, man. The only two people that I would really care about in that group would be Dean and Seth. I don't know, man. I think they overdid Roman a little too fast, man. They really, really overdid it.
And plus, Seth and Dean, dude, they can put on some, because they've known each other and wrestled each other for years, bro.
Exactly.
They can put on some killer matches, man.
And see, that's why I'm more behind those guys right there than I am Roman, because those guys actually paid their dues. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, they are a definition of paying dues. They have done it. They didn't just come to the performance center and start getting a push or whatever. They already been out there. They already done did the Ring of Honors and the different other independent the little spots and stuff like that. And the only thing that Roman Reigns ever did was the NXT thing. That's it. And I just can't, and I could guarantee you one of the biggest reasons why he's getting pushed so hard too is because of his family name. That's it. That's what it is.
I forgot where you stood on this, but let's let the fans know. I'm not trying to pick a fight 1:30 in the morning, but do you feel the same way about Nia Jax?
About how about her being pushed so fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. I already done said that before too. I like Nia Jax, but I just think that it's just.
But why would you like Nia Jax but not Roman though, when they're cut from the same mold, bro?
Well, actually, no, they're not cut from the same mold, but they pretty much like what I'm saying. Far as Nia Jax is, I like her, but when as far as her coming to the main roster way faster than sooner than she should have. I've always said that she came too soon. I think that they should have worked with her a little longer before they brought her in. I actually wasn't a fan of her winning that title. I wasn't. But after they gave her the title, I was like, well, hopefully they do this right. But shit, they didn't. I don't know, man. It's I don't know.
Well, I'm just clearing it up for the listeners out there. And I will say, they both suck on the mic. Yeah. Jax and Roman.
Yep.
Roman's slightly above her in the ring because he has a more moveset than her.
Yep.
But, yeah, so.
She's just prettier.
Yeah. And
that's about it.
And she's not like most girls. Like, she liked the song.
Yeah, Lord,
yeah, man. But
mercy,
with me,
man, I hate that.
But like with me, man, I've been enjoying SmackDown because it's a lot smoother. I could actually remember the whole fucking episode when I'm done. Raw, I'm just like, what did I just watch?
And Paige has been doing an awesome job, man. She's really been doing good.
And no, it's not because the 51-year-old man came back. I enjoyed
that though.
Well, I'm not like all gung ho jumping up and down, but I did enjoy it. You know.
Oh no, it wasn't nothing like that.
It was nice nostalgia, but I like the continuity in it because, like, you know, if for those that don't know what we're talking about, Daniel Bryan was, you know, testing the water, so to speak, about Kane and his, you know, relationship with him. I remember, you know, you tried to end my career last time. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, so, and Kane was pretty much like, hey man, that was a long time ago, you know.
No, the funniest line though, bro, the funniest line, he goes, Kane was like, you're like a brother to me. And then Daniel was like, well, you set your brother on fire.
Yeah, he did. You kidnapped my wife, man. Oh my goodness, boy. I like their chemistry. I really do.
And
I really do.
I don't want to go off the trails real quick, you know, just real briefly though, but I guess Kane's, you know, Glenn Jacobs, the guy behind the mask, his opposition in the political realm is using that against him for going back to wrestling. What do you think about that, bro? You think that's gonna like cause him to win, quote unquote, not to win?
Well, I think he's going to win, and I think that by him being a face that's well known, that's going to help him. I've watched some different videos where different news stations were interviewing him and stuff like that, and then the area that he's running for mayor or whatever in is very, very small. So it's not, you know, a real huge area or whatever, but the people who know him there, there's a lot of people who know him there, and they know him from wrestling. So that's going to help him a whole lot.
Speaking of Tennessee, man, I don't know if it's Nashville or Knoxville or whatever, but there's a lot of jokes been going around about Tennessee, like it's the worst place to go because, like, Lana and Rusev, somebody got I think it was Rusev, right? He got his wallet stolen or something like that. And then
I don't know. I know Lana and Rusev got a house in Nashville.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the news by that came out several weeks ago that I think he got his wallet stolen and another item, and then Jerry Lawler, his son Brian Christopher, got the holy hell beat out of him in Tennessee in some hotel or whatever. So
yeah, but I heard that he got arrested because he couldn't pay his bill for a hotel room that came up to $800 for one night. I was like, what the hell hotel did you stay in?
That's a mortgage payment right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
For a month.
You know? Yeah. And then
man.
Now I didn't hear nothing about Rusev. I heard that Rusev got his wallet stolen at some hotel that they were, I don't remember where the hotel was, though.
That was somewhere in Tennessee when they were in Tennessee earlier this year. Knoxville.
Okay.
Whatever.
I know Tennessee, Tennessee is a lot of spots in Tennessee is still under that Jim Crow stuff. Well, not Jim Crow, but you know, it's a lot of racism still there, just like Georgia. Same thing. There's some real nasty areas.
Yeah, man. So speaking of SmackDown and Georgia, I mean, how do you feeling about the reemergence? Do you think he's just a placeholder? Because I'm hearing rumors that he's just there just to fight AJ. AJ is gonna win, and then the next program is gonna be AJ and Samoa Joe.
I think that AJ is going to hold that title until after the launch of that new video game, because that's basically why Shinsuke didn't get the title, because they are trying to, you know, AJ's face is on the front of that game, newest game coming out, So
that makes a lot of sense, man. Because I'm sitting here thinking, damn, he's had this title for a long ass time. Are they trying to break the CM Punk record?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't make sense to have someone that doesn't have the title, to be on the fucking cover. You know what I mean?
Right. Because remember, Seth Rollins was the champion when he was put on the front of it. Brock was the champion when he was put on the front of it. Now, AJ and that's going to be a little while, man, because
all right, man. You see, guys, you see, guys, man, he just killed the rest of my year of wrestling. I just ain't going to watch wrestling because I know he's going to beat someone with Joe.
Yeah, now they might throw us a swerve. No, I don't know, but because, usually the wrestling games come out like in October.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
That is a while from now, man. Let me see. You got July still, August, September. Man, that's damn really like 4 months. That's ridiculously, in my opinion, that's ridiculously too long, man. And I think that if you keep the title on one person for too long, I don't know. Unless I take that back because at least AJ is a fighting champion. As much as I like Brock Lesnar, man, I do not like what they are doing with him. Why is this dude sitting at home with the title? Why? I don't give a damn. Now, see, I used to try to defend that shit a little bit, but I can't defend that too much no more because there's no defending that. I mean, good grief. Yes, Brock Lesnar is an attraction, but son of a bitch, come fight, or either come fight or relinquish the title, one or the other, because that don't make any sense, man. It does not make any sense.
And it makes WWE look bad when they contradict their stupid rules, like champion.
The 30-day compete thing.
I mean, legit, when was the last time he defended the title? Bro? Man,
the last time he could defended the title was what? At that Royal Rumble thing?
Oh, yeah, the greatest Royal Rumble.
Greatest Royal Rumble thing. And when was that?
What was that, like April?
It was, let me see.
It was not
something like that. I think it was like in April. So now you got, because remember, it was it right after WrestleMania?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks after Mania, I think.
And then you got, you done had May, June. That's 2 months already. Now you into July. And I mean, that's just ridiculous, man. It don't make
one
any
thing
sense.
To be a distraction. I mean, at least Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant back in there, at least they came around and defended the titles. And, challenge me to some people out there. If Hogan and Andre, if they defended the title less than Brock or the same amount, I'm gonna venture to say at least Hogan defended at least 3-4. During that's what I would call attractions, bro. Like every other pay-per-view type deal. You know what I'm saying? Not like twice a year. I mean, last year I was getting pumped up about it because I was seeing him more on TV. Last year he was more on TV than he was this year.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why Brock, I just remembered this, the reason why Brock's not showing up is because according to Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer, I don't know, a lot of people don't like that. I mean, I'm just reporting what I'm reading. I'm reporting what I'm reading here, so he has one more match left on his contract. That's why he's not showing up.
I know they said WWE is trying to be careful on the days that they use him because they want to be able to use him right. So I'm kind of seeing like him showing up at one more Raw and then SummerSlam.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be there to build up to SummerSlam. So are you a Dave Meltzer subscriber, bro?
Yeah, I like Dave Meltzer.
I subscribe to his thing, but I can't figure out how to fucking read his shit on my phone because I don't want to read it on my computer, or is it not even offered on the phone,
I don't even remember. Because I just I think it is an app though. I think he got an app, I believe. But I know you could go on the website and stuff and And I think his thing is a paid subscription, though.
Yeah, man. I think I was paying like the same amount I was paying for the network. I can't remember. And there's 3 different options, but I went with the cheap route because I'm ghetto like that. But
there ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. There's so many different dirt sheets out there, like PW Insider and
yeah, I like them too. I like old boy. What's old boy name? Oh man, it's not Dave Meltzer and what's the dude name with Dave Meltzer? Alvarez or something.
Oh yeah, Brian Alvarez. I follow him. We follow him on Twitter.
And what's the other guy? Dang, I cannot remember that dude's name, but he actually is it something Johnson? Something Johnson?
Yeah, Mike Johnson.
I don't remember.
Mike Johnson. He's PW.
Yeah. I like him too.
But at any rate, man, we had to digress about just get some shout outs to those guys because if it wasn't for, I'm not going to front, I don't use their stuff for our podcast, but there's podcasts out there because I use everyone's shit, man.
Yeah, and then to see everybody, I'd like to hear a lot of people's opinions. So, just get a buffet of opinions. Nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of buffet, that's what we do here at the Rasslin Cafe. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, speaking of buffet, I need to come up there with you so we could go to, what is it? Country Buffet.
Yeah, the old Country Buffet, dude.
Yeah, boy, that's awesome. Anyway.
Yeah, we had to plug those guys, man. I mean, even though they're expensive as fuck, man. No, for 6 people, I paid like $68.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. And eat all you want, and their mashed potatoes are die.
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about that right now.
Anyways, guys, like we said, it's not 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. You guys probably turned off the shit already, but don't, Extreme Rules is coming up next Sunday, July 15th, man. That's my brother's birthday, bro.
Oh, okay.
That dude is gonna be, let me do my math, 41 fucking years old, bro.
41 years old.
Oh, he's gonna be like a WCW dinosaur.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro.
Well, that makes me feel like one of them then, because that's how old I am.
Yeah,
41.
1977.
Yeah, boy, I am definitely a dinosaur.
So what up, bro? I know you don't listen to my shit, bro, but happy early birthday. Love you, man. And I'll see you when I see you. But anyways, Extreme Rules. What match are you looking forward to the most, bro?
Well, to be honest with you, man, I think that there's a couple. I'm not looking forward to them, but I mean, I prefer to see them over the rest. I'd love to see my boy AJ in action, and I think that Rusev is gonna be a good match for him or whatever. That's one of the matches that I'd love to see. Plus, I am definitely, although a lot of people don't care for my girl, but Alexa Bliss, I'm looking forward to seeing, because when she's in that Extreme Rules stuff, she gets down. She do her thing in those Extreme Rule matches, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to seeing what they are going to do with Asuka and
oh my god, man. Dude, how have you been in that bullshit with Ellsworth, bro? It's just like, give me a fucking break, man.
Yeah.
It's an insult to, it's an insult to Asuka. Look how they've been booking her since Rumble, bro.
Yeah. I don't understand it, man. I don't know what they are doing with that. I'm now, if it's going to be a really, really good payoff for her for it, okay, but I don't understand it, man. I don't get it. It makes no sense.
Man, it's like Vince saying, fuck you, Japan. Fuck you, New Japan. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently. Apparently, because look at how they did. Both Asuka and Shinsuke won at Royal Rumble. Japanese folk. Both of them went to WrestleMania and lost. I understood Oscar. Didn't like it, but I understood it. Shinsuke, I didn't get it.
I didn't get it either, man.
I'm gonna tell you, man, I was just about to watch the SummerSlam from last year, man, yesterday, and I changed my mind so damn quick because that was the SummerSlam that Shinsuke faced Jinder Mahal and lost. I was like, I do not want to see this bullshit. I do not want to. That should have never happened.
And the funny thing is, man, people were clamoring for an AJ Shinsuke program, and then they got, 4 matches out of him between those two?
Yep.
Man, they were fighting forever. I'm like, when is this damn feud gonna end?
Yeah.
What was the best match, in your opinion, out of, 4,000 or 5,000 matches? One? Yeah, that was a good one.
That one at Money in the Bank, that was the best match.
Yeah, when he did that Styles Clash off the stairs, man, that was amazing.
Yep.
And yeah, man, and then speaking of Shinsuke, this booking is all fucked up. He gets bitten by a dog, and now he's gonna go fight for the title at Extreme Rules. I understand it was out of their control, blah 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 blah. That was the original plan, but man, it's a given that Shinsuke is gonna win. There's rumors out there, that I'm reading that Jeff is gonna drop the titles because he's starting to lose feeling in his fingers.
I felt bad about that when I heard that. I was telling one of my homeboys, we were talking about Jeff Hardy and we were talking about Shinsuke, and the thing we were talking about with Jeff Hardy is, we were like, dang, man, Jeff Hardy really ain't got nothing else to prove. You know what I'm saying? He's done his thing, and if anything, if he's having issues like that, that's dangerous for one thing. All he got to do, you already know good and well, man, the WWE, the officials, Vince, all of them, they love Jeff. They will give Jeff a job so quick. I'm trying to tell you, far as training up and comers and stuff like that. I can see them giving him a job real quick. The thing we were talking about, far as Shinsuke, we were like, damn, man, that was a freaking bomb dog. The dogs that go sniff out bombs and shit that bit Shinsuke. And I was like, and my homeboy was like, man, why do you think that dog bit Shinsuke? He was like, them dogs ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna attack nobody unless they smell something suspicious. And I was like, probably Shinsuke was around some kind of pyro or something, and that dog probably smelt like gunpowder or something like on him and bit the shit out of it. We don't know though. Just don't know. But because a lot of time, and I know they don't use pyro all that much, but I'm like, what other explanation can you give for him getting bit by that dog? I just don't get it. And because the dog ain't just gonna bite you for no reason. The dog ain't gonna just bite you because you look funny or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It was just crazy. But from the way that it was described to me, that dog bit the shit out of him. And then see when them dog, and I don't even know what kind of dog it was either. And I know that those dogs like that, they have to pry their mouths open. So it ain't no telling how long the dog had a hold of him and nothing. But
yeah, he'll be at Extreme Rules, and he goes from a feud of getting nuts shots trade back and forth to getting bit by a dog into what kind of match are they gonna have? Did they even say that? Are they gonna have an Extreme Rules match or some? Because it seems like with the card that they got going on now, the only match that has a stipulation is Alexa Bliss and Jax. But man, the Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss match, just like I was trying to ask you about the Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke match. The Bliss and the Jack match, that has a stipulation to it. But what about the Jeff Hardy and the Shinsuke? Or do you think it hasn't been announced yet because we got one more show to go?
They may give a stipulation for it, but I absolutely do not think they have as of yet.
Well, for me, man,
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what kind of match they could even make, because I haven't really heard any stipulations for any other matches besides them two, except for that Iron Man match, and that's it. That's the other ones I don't know. This
is why they need to get rid of the pay-per-view, bro, because all the stipulations are the same. Like, I remember one year they had a no-holds-barred match, a street fight, and a no disqualification. They're all the same damn thing.
Pretty much.
So I don't even know why they have
no disqualification match. You could do whatever you want to do. Street fight, you could do whatever you want to do, you know.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like they got to replace with a different pay-per-view, because I don't know, dude. It's not because there's no blood, you know, because a lot of people were saying, well, they need, you know, it's not realistic, you know, because blood and blah blah, you know, you don't need the blood to get extreme. But I see both sides here. But the thing is, just come up with something different. But they overlap each other. Like, why are you gonna do? Let's say they have a cherish match, Extreme Rules. Well, that's gonna go against the TLC down. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know, man. Let's just keep it simple, because my damn head's hurting. Just eliminate the shit. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Eliminate it and bring back Elimination Chamber. There you go.
Yeah.
So earlier you were giving Bliss a big old rim job about being on fire in the ring and stuff. Do you think her match is going to be a lot better than last year? Do you remember last year's match when she was fighting Bayley, I think it was?
Bayley, yeah. I think that match could have been a lot better had they let Bayley do her thing, but they had Bayley like a sucker.
Oh,
and you know, but in extreme conditions though, man, Alexa be bringing it. So but you already know in this match, Ronda Rousey, she's gonna be there, and she's gonna do something. I'm sure she's gonna do something. And but I definitely see Alexa Bliss taking the title, though, keeping the title.
All right, man. So the match I'm looking forward to the most, you know, and I really don't like doing this because sometimes I'm surprised, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll sit here and say I'm not looking forward to this match. The match comes out pretty damn good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The rumored matches, you know, the leader, is that their fucking name, dude? The leader, the eater of worlds.
Something they call this. I can't even remember.
Okay, so Matt and Bray Wyatt against his little brother Bo and
Curtis Axel.
Those guys, you know, they've been pretty damn entertaining. I ain't gonna lie.
Funny. I was about to say that too. Yeah, they were tripping me out. Well, I was just like, wow, because Bo Dallas sounded just like Bray.
I was like, man, that's straight up little bro.
Spooky.
Right there. So yeah, I think they're taking. Man. So if that match happens, you know, I'm saying they're taking the title, and I hope they don't do a Matt and Bray feud. Another possible.
Not right now, anyway. Hell no.
Yeah, at least have them trying to get the titles.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh yeah, and something. Speaking of Bray, we forgot to mention that Bray was in a car accident too.
Yeah, and he was cleared to wrestle this past weekend, you know. Yeah, I had it in my head.
Yeah.
I had it in my head to talk about it, but remember, y'all, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and, but yeah, you know, I didn't read the article, but I was, you know, it was nice that at least JoJo was there by his side, I suppose. Because she wasn't there to do her duties on Monday. But he's cleared to wrestle, and,
yep.
So, another potential match.
He's got Finn Balor going against what's his name?
Corbin.
Corbin, yeah.
Well, I was about to say Sanity and New Day, and I would say.
Oh,
Sanity.
you know what? I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah, they had that 4th of July pie eating contest, and then Sanity bombed on them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched that, because that's when I walked out to go smoke a cigarette. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
this.
I saw it.
Well, I didn't stop to think, because I totally forgot that they were feuding when I came back, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
But yeah.
I heard that they are trying to split the New Day up.
Now, who would you think would benefit from that?
Big E.
Why?
I think that Big E, because Big E is a big dude, and that's where that's where Vince get his heart on.
You know, this is what I would do, bro. I would split them up, put Big E like not heavyweight material, but like mid-card, high mid-card, like the IC-US territory.
Yeah.
And then I would put, oh wait, I just fucked up my train of thought here. I was thinking something. Okay, so Big E could go toward like the IC, Kofi could go for like the US, and then Woods can go for like cruiserweight shit. I mean, do you really?
I think Woods too big for that though.
Woods? He's like 200 pounds.
I have to go back and find out how much he weigh. I don't know if he's just a tad bit bigger. I don't remember. But yeah, if that's the case, then yeah.
I can't see him as a heavyweight champion.
I just don't think that they should. I don't think that they should have them to actually turn on each other, like be enemies and stuff.
Nah, that's too predictable, bro.
Exactly.
That'd be the lazy way out.
Yeah, I think that they should just be like, look, man, love y'all guys, man, but we got to go and do our own thing, and maybe later on down the line, we can, join forces again or whatever the case may be. But right now, we need to focus on our individual careers. So that's what I think. Because like you said, that turn is just going to be too predictable. Predictable.
What should happen hasn't happened, and I don't know why it's not happening. Kofi, man, they should try him as a heel.
But Kofi was a heel at one point. Not long, but he was.
But with the new guy, right? I'm talking like a singles run.
Yeah, and I also think that they dropped the ball with Kofi a long time ago with a lot of stuff. Man, it's just so many of them guys, man. Kofi should have already been the damn world champion there. I'm just keeping that absolutely 100 because
I agree with you.
Kofi is a freaking beast in that ring, man. And they just, I'm gonna tell you, man. I love wrestling, but I honestly think that there is some straight racism there. It's some racism. It is. It definitely is. Because I mean, yeah, you might give the brothers jobs or whatever the case may be, but why can't the brother be at the top of the company? And then I heard some of Stone Cold's little bullshit explanations, and I did not agree with it. As I was like, nah, man, that's bullshit. They had plenty black guys there that they could have pushed to the moon, but they chose not to do it. I mean, that was just like the last time Bobby Lashley was there. They could have did something with him, but they was just bull crapping around with it. So I don't know.
I don't think it's all black.
No black man, huh?
See, what I was gonna say, there's just a package. It's kind of like what you and I were almost arguing about the other day about Ronda Rousey and her promo skills and shit, right? So Bobby Lashley has everything that Vince likes, but he's just not connecting with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen to the crowd, bro. I mean, they're starting to get behind him now. Ever since he's been back.
But okay, when he was first there, though, that's what I'm talking about. When he was first in the WWE, the crowd was behind Bobby Lashley, heavy, real heavy. Only thing Bobby Lashley needed was a mouthpiece. That's it. And they could have pushed him to the moon, but they didn't do it. They screwed it up.
A lot of people were saying that him on TNA that he was a beast. I actually at TNA, and I wasn't all that impressed with his promo. I mean, it was a lot better than what you hear now, but it wasn't like all great like what people make it out to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the most thing that people were talking about, as far as him being a heel, there was his work. He just came in and he dominated. He just pretty much just whipped ass and moved on. They had him pretty much as the Brock Lesnar of the company.
Man, I would love to see them. I hope at SummerFest, dude, SummerSlam, it'll be Bobby Lashley, Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Brock. Just to see Brock and Bobby square off just for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but for me though, man, back to like I was asking you,
I would just hope it wouldn't turn into a shoot.
Who do you think would win in the shoot?
Ooh, boy, I don't know.
Those guys are both
because
beasts.
Both of them suckers are just ugly. And then the thing about it, I think that Bobby Lashley's background is a little bigger far as, training and stuff like that than Brock Lesnar, because Bobby Lashley actually was a drill sergeant. So, he has military behind him too. So I don't know.
I would have to say, that would have to be a dream match for me to see. And unfortunately,
definitely.
We'll have to wait for Brock's, third life when he comes back to see it. And, Brock don't like to lose from what I've read.
Yeah, I know yeah.
So I don't know, man. Just put them both in the cage in UFC, fuck it. And,
lock it up and let them fight.
They should have been around during the Brawl for All. Remember that shit? I don't know if you were paying attention.
Yeah, man. I remember that. I know a lot of people said that was one of the worst ideas they ever had.
Oh yeah, it was bad. But the one that I'm looking forward to the most, I don't know why. Maybe it's because me suspending belief. Okay, I'm really looking forward to the Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon.
Yeah,
because Kane, he's built like this unstoppable monster, and then the other two beasts are the same way. Daniel Bryan's kind of like the oddball in there. He's going to be the face in peril, like getting his ass beat, and then he finally makes the tag.
But do you think that the Bludgeon Brothers are going to retain, or Bryan and Kane is going to grab those titles?
I think the Bludgeon Brothers are going to retain.
That's what I think too.
Because because I think what the WWE is doing is, I read an article the other day and I shared it on our Facebook.com/The Rasslin Cafe page that they're trying to give us stuff. How did it go? Something like they're trying to give us matches that they would have later, that they would have booked later on down the road, because they're treating it like Daniel Bryan's leaving in September. So hey, let's give him all the good shit now since he's leaving in September. I really hope he doesn't leave, because
I don't think he's going anywhere.
And
I think he's playing hardball, and he's trying to get them to give him the contract that he wants. And I think that they are going to fold and they are going to give him what he wants.
So when we use history and put it on our side, who was the last wrestler under the WWE umbrella that they caved into like that, besides Brock Lesnar?
No, CM Punk was one. Let me see.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I know they did the Shawn Michaels a while. That was a long time ago, though.
Of 2002.
I don't know. I don't know of too many people.
So the question begs,
besides Brock,
the question begs there, though. Do you think WWE sees Daniel Bryan like a Shawn Michaels? Do you see Daniel Bryan as the other person you mentioned? Who was it?
What? You talking about CM Punk?
Yeah, yeah. No, CM Punk, he was working all the damn time. He didn't get a light schedule, bro.
Oh, you talking about somebody getting a light schedule to? Well, man, I don't know, because there weren't many people who got a light schedule other than
Undertaker, Brock.
Yeah.
Shawn.
Yeah.
What's the difference between
But
those two,
Undertaker is one of those that I can really see him getting that because I mean, dude done paid his dues for over 30 years and
Yeah, he busted his ass for Vince.
Still trying to, and people still love to see him, and
I remember back in the 90s, he was on the road nonstop. I mean, I think back in the Kane feud days with him, he even wrestled with I think it was like 1998, 99 or whatever. He even wrestled with a broken foot or broken ankle or something with Kane. I mean, yeah, Daniel Bryan, we could say the same thing. Daniel Bryan busted his ass for 16 years, 15 years, but he did it somewhere else, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think Vince would give him that schedule if he would. I mean, this sounds really wrong to say, but if Daniel Bryan would have busted his ass for Vince for that amount of time that he did elsewhere, but if he would do it for WWE, I think he would have given him the schedule.
I think he's going to get it because Daniel Bryan is a moneymaker for WWE, and a lot of times just by them adding Daniel Bryan onto the card, the ticket sales skyrocketed. I forgot what pay-per-view that was where they wasn't doing shit, and as soon as they mentioned Daniel Bryan was going to be there, the tickets they sold out.
All right, so let me play devil's advocate here. So Daniel Bryan, for the past several years, has always talked, that's all I ever do, that's all I ever want to do is wrestle. But now you're going to be all picky about your damn schedule.
I think the reason that he's doing that is because of his wife and his kid. I think that's what the issue is with that. And I also think that he's trying to be cautious about his health. Because, he's already been screwed how many times already? Twice already far as that. And I think that Daniel Bryan can have a light schedule and still make an impact. He don't have to do all of that crazy shit that he used to do. And I think that if they picked his spots better, it would be, I think it would be better. And I don't think that they are ever going to put the title on him again. So, I mean, the hell with it.
Yeah. WWE.
And I don't think they're going to put the title on him again because every time that they did put the title on him,
he got hurt.
He had to relinquish the title.
Well, he's been going full time since he's been back. So,
yeah.
And look how, they had him in the Rumble, Greatest Royal Rumble match for 40 minutes? 41 minutes? And
longer than that. He was in there for over an hour, like an hour and maybe 6 to 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, something like that. And then that gauntlet match, they booked him good in that gauntlet match a few weeks back.
Yeah.
So,
and then that sexy ass wife he got, man, please, that man want to be able to go home and pump that thing for. Shit, you don't want to go home and in a wheelchair and you can't do nothing with it.
Well, if you, I see that, but if you paid attention, he's really kind of wrestled a lot smarter since he's come back. He's not. Really...
I'm glad that he's doing that too because he used to be reckless, man. He used to be really reckless.
I'm actually really enjoying his presentation now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before it was like flip flop, this and that, hurting himself and shit. So I don't know. I mean, I hope he doesn't leave because
I don't think he is.
Look at the matches. I mean, do you think
they haven't even done the Miz, and the Miz yet?
Well, they're saying that they might. Well, not they, or I don't know who the fuck's saying it, but there's rumors all over the map saying that they might. The Miz, even though he's not going to be there, we forgot to cover this earlier, but he's not going to be at Extreme Rules. He's going to be doing some celebrity baseball thing. But because I was about to say that maybe they might have the Miz come out and cost him the match at Extreme Rules, but
oh yeah.
So yeah, they're saying they might do that for SummerSlam.
Okay.
The Miz against Daniel Bryan, but
that would make sense.
Well, in a way it would, but in a way it doesn't because look how much what can you say about their feud, though? I mean, of course, we got like a month to go till SummerSlam, but
I'm sure it's not going to be the only match that they have, though.
Just talking about the build up to it, because so far the build up is Daniel Bryan. I can't remember what happened to him, but he was supposed to be on the Miz TV, but he wasn't. And then he got eliminated because of the Miz in that gauntlet match. So it would make sense if the Miz could screw him over at Extreme Rules. I mean, there's some items right there that you can use to build up, but then again, they got that 1 month after Extreme Rules build up. But
yeah,
they have to connect the dots somehow. It's just there hasn't been too much interaction between them, in my opinion.
It's been a really, really, really slow burn on it.
Oh my God, man. Speaking of slow burn, bro, this whole Sasha and Bailey thing.
Yeah.
Bro, that's been going on since January.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another possible rumored match. A lot of people wanted it to happen at SummerSlam because of the whole New York thing.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about that overall? Be blunt, bro. I mean, do you think they're gonna pull the trigger on it? Do you think? Because a lot of people are like when Bailey bombed on Banks the other week. Ooh, Bailey's gonna turn heel. Think she's gonna turn heel?
Well, the thing I think about it, man, is freaking Sasha Banks, man. Sasha Banks is sexy as hell, okay? And anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying, but she is so sexy. But okay, I think that they do need to pull the trigger on it because those girls right there, man, together they get down. You know, I don't know because I've been hearing a lot of stuff about how you remember when Bailey first came in, they were trying to make Bailey like the John Cena of the women's division or whatever the case may be, but I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what happened. All I know is that, you know, when Bailey came in, the crowd popped, the crowd was loving it. The next thing you know, they started shitting on Bailey. And I'm not talking about the crowd, I'm talking about the creative. I don't know what's been going on with that. And I think I got to blame this shit on creative because I think when Bailey really went down was when they started doing that bullshit with her and Bliss. That's when she really went down. And it was due to creative. It didn't. That's how a lot of them people get screwed. Yeah, they could come out there and try to do something else or whatever. You know, like kind of make a lot of, like we were talking about, as far as the promos and shit. A lot of times, if you stick with the shit that they tell you to do, the crowd is not with it. But if you can kind of make that shit your own or whatever and kind of try to work around the shitty spots that they giving you, you know, the crowd can kind of get with you. That's, I mean, a lot like Stone Cold. Stone Cold said a lot of times said that they bring him some bullshit script and he'll tell them straight up, I'm not doing that bullshit, you know. But see, a lot of the people they are not Stone Cold. They can't just say that and think that they're going to get away with it. They would have to go to Vince and see what Vince say or whatever. But still, man, I just don't like the way that the direction they went with Bailey. But I think that if they turn Bailey heel, and you know, and then eventually she turn around and come back as a face, I think that she'll be received a lot better. Because I mean, it's just not good. Her character sucks right now, bad, and it's not that Bailey is not a good wrestler, because she is. It's just that the creative screwing her over, and I don't know if a match between her and Sasha is going to help anything. I don't know. We just have to see. You just have to see.
You know, you mentioned a moment ago about Stone Cold and not liking this. You got to think about the environment back then to now. You know There's like, what, rumor has it, 30 people on the creative team. Back then it was just like, what, Jim Ross, Jim Cornette, Jim Russo, whatever. just a few people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to go back to bring up an old topic, if you go against creative, look what happened to Cass. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's why I said go to Vince. And if Vince say no, then I guess it's no.
You know, Stone Cold was calling bullshit on that, though. I don't know if you heard that podcast. I don't know which.
Yeah, I heard that, but I mean, Stone Cold ain't there no more, man. He's not really in the loop of what's really going on like that. So he don't know, man. Just because Stone Cold was able to get away with that, you know, yeah, bitch, you making money. You are our highest freaking rated superstar. Of course we gonna let you get away with shit, but with Big Cass, man, please, Big Cass he might have been a big dude, but he was a flea. He was a flea in that company compared to what Stone Cold was, man. So, I mean, he wouldn't have been able to get away with the shit that Stone Cold got away with. Stone Cold got to remember that, man. You know, not everybody is Stone Cold. Not everybody is The Rock.
Let's do a quick rundown because I want to, we're talking about Stone Cold and old versus new and shit. I want to talk about something, but let's quickly run through the card, even though we jibber jabbed all over it, here and now. Let's do a quick run through here. AJ, I'll just start from the top. AJ, Rusev, who do you got?
I'm definitely going with AJ on that.
All right, I'm picking AJ for that. Help me remember here, bro.
Got Bliss and Nia.
I'm going with Bliss.
Definitely going with Bliss.
Team Hell
Then you got Carmella and Oscar, and I don't really know who to go for on this one, but I think I'm gonna just go ahead and go with I don't know. I think I'm gonna just go with Carmella on this.
Man, I would have to go with Oscar by disqualification.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about far as who's going to retain. I believe Carmella is going to retain.
Yeah, I think she's going to retain due to a disqualification.
Yeah.
Team Hell No against the Bludgeon Brothers. I want Daniel and Kane to win, but I see the Bludgeon Brothers. Yeah, but
I'm definitely having to go with the Bludgeon Brothers on that one.
Yeah, seeing them retain Bob. I mean, your favorite match of the night, bro. Bobby Lashley against Roman Reigns.
Now, I think that Bobby Lashley is going to win. I think he's going to beat him.
I hope so.
I hope so, too. But I honestly think that Bobby Lashley is going to get this one.
Based on the superstar, quote-unquote superstar status of these two beasts, would you consider this a WrestleMania-worthy match? That's
funny. Hell no.
Because look at the name value. I mean, us marks, we know how good Bobby Lashley is, okay? And Roman, how the machine has built him up. So when you look at it from that angle, the Smarks to the WWE, would you think that that's not worthy for being on WrestleMania? Those are some two big names right there.
Yeah, that's two big names. Yeah. But okay, so if I wasn't looking through it with my personal eyes, yeah, I'd have to give it that.
Yeah, put the rose-colored glasses on. I mean, like John Cena and Roman Reigns. Okay, last year, did that match deserve to be on that pay-per-view, or do you think it deserved to be on Mania? Or take personal feelings aside.
I guess you could say Mania, man. I guess.
Because what's Mania built as? It's built as having the biggest names on the pay-per-view, right?
That's true. Yeah. So if I was to take all personal feelings out of all of it, then yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Roman on this one because he has not lost a pay-per-view match in a while. And they're just... Vince ain't going to give up, bro. He's going to have his way one way or the other. He's like, damn it, y'all going to like my guy. Come on, bro. I mean, he tried that whole shit with, what the fuck's his name?
John Cena?
Jinder.
Oh, yeah, Jinder,
Now look at him, man. I hate to go all over the map here, but do you like his new character, bro? It's funny as fuck.
Nope.
He's all peaceful and shit, and then when he's in the ring, he's a beast. Like,
I don't care for gender at all.
Okay, so what else we got here, bro?
So you got the New Day and
that hasn't been
Sanity.
That hasn't been announced yet. So let's.
Oh, okay.
We'll
scratch that for right now.
Now, okay.
Then you got
Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins in a 30-minute
that
match.
is going to be an awesome match right there, man.
Yeah,
I honestly think that's going to steal the freaking whole show.
Two badass athletes, but here's when I have the problem. What the fuck does Ziggler have to do with Drew? Think about since November or December. Dude, this whole thing with Dolph is confusing the hell out of me. He left the title in the middle of the ring back in November, December, whatever it was. And then he disappeared till the Rumble. I don't remember what happened after that, but his booking has just been scratching my head. I don't get it, dude. I mean, I get it when from a smart, okay, here's the older pro, you know, he's hanging out with the younger guy, showing them ropes. I don't get it. I don't see the connection.
So you trying to figure out what are they doing with Ziggler and Drew McIntyre?
I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to see how they connected. I mean, you know what I mean?
From what I've been reading and listening to, as far as a lot of the dirt sheets and stuff, which makes a lot of sense to me, is that Dolph Ziggler's contract is about to be ending pretty soon, and what they are trying to do is pretty much give not Dolph Ziggler, but Drew McIntyre a rub off of Dolph Ziggler. Basically, people are thinking that Dolph and Drew are going to eventually feud, and Drew is going to take that Intercontinental title off of him. And that's going to be the way that they put him in the picture a lot better. But with him feuding with Dolph. So that's what I've heard a few people say. And it makes sense to me. So, I mean, I guess they are just trying to use Dolph's name to kind of help Drew lift off a little more.
Okay, that makes sense
I
behind
guess
the
we'll
scenes,
see.
though. But as a fan who doesn't read, no, I'm not talking about myself, but I don't know where here comes Dolph and here comes McIntyre. The fans at home, like that 10-year-old dude's like, okay, last time I saw Dolph, he was in Rumble. Now all of a sudden he comes around with this big bad dude. I don't know. Maybe I'm putting more thought into it, but I said just something about those two. It just does. I don't like. I think that's my biggest. I don't see. It's a weird ass combo, bro. In my opinion.
I think it's a great combo. I think it's awesome.
Cause Drew don't need Dolph. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, he don't need him. But one thing about it is, they would if they were going in the direction of making them like a tag team that's going after the tag team titles and stuff like that. I could see that. Let me see. And Drew might not need Dolph Ziggler far as, because Drew pretty much already is known a little more now, but for him to kind of get that rub from Dolph, that is a good thing for him. That's a good thing for him. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. But, when Seth Rollins actually made that, when he made that challenge and I heard the music hit, I was like, oh man, that'd be sweet if Drew come out there and challenge him, because I was like, yeah, Drew is about to get that title, but it was freaking Dolph Ziggler. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a tease, like, no.
Yeah, that was kind of a disappointment.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I haven't been following Ziggler's contract stuff, but it makes sense to give this guy one last hurrah. And just, pass the quote unquote torch over to McIntyre. But I don't know, dude. I'm in the minority. I don't like the connection. It just doesn't reach out to me. I mean, what are they trying to do? They're trying to do an HBK Diesel shit all over again?
I don't know.
Like Dolph be this cocky motherfucker and then Drew always backs him up and shit, knocks people out. Is that what they're trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
that's
anyways,
what they doing so far.
You know, but anyways, did we round out the whole card here, man?
Let me see. Hasn't been announced yet, but Finn Balor and Baron Corbin. I'm definitely I don't even know who to go with on that. I'm just going to go with Finn because I'm sure I'm sure that's what's going to happen. They're going to have that match, and let me see. Who else?
With Finn Balor and Corbin, I subscribe to the theory that if you get beat up on TV, you win at the PPV, or vice versa. So it all depends.
Yeah.
I mean, we're recording this before Raw, so if Finn gets his ass whooped on this week's episode of Raw, then he's gonna win at Extreme Rules, or vice versa. But considering that Corbin has this new look, new push thing, you know what I'm saying? I really seen him winning just to keep the push going, because I don't know what the hell to do with Finn anymore, dude.
Man, and then crazy thing, man, Samoa Joe don't even have a damn match.
So that makes you wonder. I mean, is he going to interfere in the AJ match? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just weird booking.
Weird, boy. Straight weird.
You were saying other stuff. Who else was there?
I'm trying to think of, let me see. That's about all I can think of right now.
Besides possible matches, the B team, if they're on there, they're going to take it. So to close out though, and before we do, just don't forget at the Rasslin Cafe, Facebook.com/The Rasslin Cafe, TheRasslingCafe.com. Go to YouTube, type in The Rasslin Cafe, and it's RASSLIN. Okay, y'all. Before we close, I just want to get some of your thoughts here, man, because earlier we were poking the bear, you know, the dirt sheet, like Dave Meltzer and blah, blah, blah. So,
yeah.
What are your thoughts, dude? I don't know how much WCW you watched. I watched as much as I could because I
watched a whole buttload of WCW, and I watched all of it, man. NWA, WCW, WWE, WWF, WCCW, all of that stuff.
But when Nitro was in session, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Eric Bischoff made the comment that, you know, in your opinion, do you think the WWF at the time, the reason why they made it big is because they copied Eric Bischoff's formula? Eric Bischoff's formula was basically to make it look more real, like dropping the dumbass gimmicks like not Razor Diesel, it's Scott and Kevin. Basically start using their real name. You know what I'm saying? Because he made that comment. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying we're right. Whatever. I just want to get your opinion.
I'm going to say he's wrong, but go ahead.
I just want to get your opinion. I mean, because his words were, WWF copied our formula.
That is bullshit. No, they did not. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, well, go ahead. Like, why do you think they know? Because you look at like okay, so I'm not going to try to defend him. I'm just going to go from memory here. So, Cruiserweight. On one end, WCW. Over here, WWF. Light, heavyweight, lightweight.
Right.
Let's see. NWO, DX. Attitude Era, not that many gimmicks, right?
So, okay. This is my thing. NWO, for one thing, they did too much with that. They overflowed it. They went all over the place with it. They had the Wolf Pack. They had the spinoffs, all the spinoffs from the NWO. The only thing that DX did was DX. They only had a certain amount of guys. They had Triple H, Shawn Michaels. They had Chyna. They had the New Age Outlaws. Okay, that was it. Okay, so with the talking about using the real name thing, no, because first of all, they had The Rock. That wasn't his real name. They had Stone Cold Steve Austin. That wasn't his real name. The only thing that really gave Raw, like, or WWE a edge over what you call it, was because they started doing more riskier things. They started going way outside of the box with a lot of their stuff. And, some of the stupid stuff that WCW was doing, pretty much like giving away they thought they were doing they thought that they were outsmarting the WWE by putting their matches out there, but that just gave people a reason to turn the damn channel to go and watch it. They be like, oh shit, I want to see that then. Now, what really made WCW better, I don't think it had anything to do with the using the real names and all of that kind of stuff. I think it was more, everybody wanted to see what the NWO was going to do next on a lot of stuff, because they were doing a lot of crazy things then. But, when you started seeing them, like I said, freaking having these spin-off groups and the LWO, the NWO Black and White, and the NWO Red and Black, and all of this crazy shit, man, it just got just dumb, just got dumber and dumber, because you like, damn, who going next week? The freaking NWO damn near had 50 something guys or more, and that just got ridiculous. And that's what, to me, in my opinion, made WWE end up killing WCW, because they went too far with that gimmick, way too far.
That's another thing that Eric Bischoff was claiming, that WWF ripped off. WCW had factions, and WWF started having a faction.
But WWE had factions way before Eric Bischoff even ever came to because now, if you really want to talk about that, Bobby the Brain, he had factions. What did he call the family, the Brain? Oh my goodness, what was it?
The Heenan family.
The Heenan family. They had other factions, far as goodness, I'm trying to think of more factions that they had before WC. But anyway, they had other factions and stuff like that before that even ever came about. So I don't see how in the world Eric Bischoff could even fix his mouth to say that.
Because, WCW, they had the triad, the Diamond Dallas Page, Canyon, and Bam Bam Bigelow. Yeah. They had the Filthy Animals. Man, I'm really missing these memories. I gotta go back on the network now. Let me see what else was there. The LWO, what was that? The Latino World Order. Yep. And then over at WWF, those are some names. And then you had WWF.
It was damn near at the end when they started having, remember they had the Dungeon family?
Oh yeah, Dungeon of Doom.
Dungeon of Doom, whatever it was. They had, the thing, oh man, what was that? Anyway, the Flock.
Oh yeah. What's up, Raven?
They had a bunch of, now, they did have a load of factions on WCW, but if you look at WWE, they don't have that. They do not have nowhere near as many factions.
But it's not it's not the amount though. It's the fact that Vince and WWF did it, like after WCW did it, according to Eric.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck who copied who. I mean, no matter what, I'm just gonna be real out here, man. It's just everyone's gonna take something from somebody to be successful.
I heard, I was listening to, I can't remember what the rapper name is, but it was a rapper, and somebody was basically trying to, oh, no, I take that back. I'm sorry. It was on Pharrell. There were a couple guys talking about, making beats and stuff, sampling. And basically they were like, man, people sitting here trying to say that everything that they do is original, this, that, and the other. But if you really want to look at it, everything that you are really working with is a sample. And I was like, that makes complete sense, because even if you use a kick or some drop or a snare or whatever, it don't matter what somebody sampled that and you are using that sample that somebody else used. Even if you went and sampled a snare drum from somewhere else, that's not your original work. That's the melody might be original to you, but you are using a sample to get that melody. So anything, I don't give a damn what music is out today. Everything that is in music, when you are making beats and stuff, it is a sample. It's a sample all the way around.
And that's what I'm saying.
You don't have to go and do the Puff Daddy thing or P. Diddy, whatever, and take different songs and put beats behind them and whatever the case may be. It don't matter. You ain't got to do that. Everything that you use is a sample. So anyway.
But I think the bottom line though is regardless of who copied who, the bottom line is WCW probably the biggest threat to WWE.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And things really started turning around. It was a smart business move on Vince's part. You know, business-wise, things started turning around when Mike Tyson came to the picture.
Yeah.
You know.
And when they started doing a lot more edgier things, like when because I mean, damn, man, I think that WWE had better characters too. Because you had Undertaker, you had The Rock, you had Stone Cold, you had, oh my goodness, man, you just all kind, just a whole bunch of crazy shit going on, man. That kept people's interest, and people was like, man, I want to see that shit. And yeah, when the one where you talk about when Mike Tyson came in, yeah,
I remember watching Tyson Stone Cold when they got into that shoving match, dude. I thought that was awesome.
Oh my goodness, that was just the shit, now boy.
But it was hella funny though at the same time, because apparently, you know, Tyson had like $100,000 in his jacket, and you know, security was not trying to break him up. They were actually trying to pick up all the money that fell out of his jacket when they started pushing each other back and forth. But yeah, yo, that was a nice stroll down memory lane.
That was the wonderful days of wrestling.
Yeah, man, I miss those days.
You know, I don't think it was too much complaining back then, though, man, as it is today.
You know, you think about it, yeah, because we don't. I don't know. I mean, I know we got a lot of variety now, like with New Japan and ROH and blah 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 blah. But on a national scale here, man, I mean, there's never ever gonna be another WCW.
Hell no.
And yeah, you were right. There was not much complaining. If there was complaining, like, oh, this damn show sucks. I'm gonna go.
We didn't know.
You know. At least for me, I wasn't complaining a lot because I was not into the dirt sheets.
Yeah.
I just watched it as a fan, and nowadays,
me too.
Nowadays, it's hard to watch it as a fan and really. I mean, tell me the last match you were really.
Shit.
I will have to say, even though I knew the results ahead of time, I mean, this is from memory, like 2:00 in the morning, okay, guys? So, the AJ and Brock back last November.
Yeah, I was invested in that, and I also was. Well, I'm gonna have to throw some of these female things, man. Everything that Charlotte, a lot of the stuff that Charlotte's been doing, man. I was really, really into, even when Charlotte and Charlotte and Sasha was going at it, I was invested in that. And,
oh yeah, that was a good feud.
You know, it was just when the first match that Shinsuke and AJ had, I was invested in that. You know, it's been some matches but it's been a long, long time since I've been basically caught up in a pay-per-view in its entirety. You know, there's not been one that I've been just glued to the TV in a long time.
Man, there's always going to be
a long time.
I mean, it seems like that's how Vince is doing his shows. Like, look, what the hell is that dude's name? No Way Jose. Okay, nobody gives a fuck about him. So Vince is probably like, okay, guys, let's put him here towards the end because everyone's going to need to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? At least he's the bathroom break now, whereas a year ago, 2 years ago, the women, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, now people don't want that. Yeah.
That's another thing. Have you
'Cause
noticed that
I think the cruiserweight is more the bathroom break now.
Have you noticed that they're not doing more first timers anymore? I mean, I'm glad they're over that now. Like first time ever,
Right.
you know, for the women. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, hysterical this, hysterical that. That was getting annoying after a while. But so you guys tweet us at the Wrestling Cafe at Big Southern, or you know, comment on our Facebook.com/The Rasslin Cafe. You tell us what you thought if you were watching WCW and WWE back then, or WWF back then. You know, is WCW responsible for WWF's success? You know, did they copy WCW? Because Eric Bischoff a few weeks ago on one of his episodes claimed that they copied WCW formula. And that's why they were the way, that's why it turned out the way it did. So, I think that's all we got, bro. You guys enjoy Raw, you guys enjoy SmackDown, and, join us anytime on Twitter, like I said, at the Wrestling Cafe at Big Southern. One of us be around to,
Yep.
discuss, talk wrestling with you. And don't forget, the more you interact with us, you never know, your name might be drawn out. I'm going through the names right now, keep track of all this.
Yeah, we might even invite you as a guest on the podcast and all that good stuff.
Just never know. You know, what's that old saying? A magician never reveal his tricks, right? So, just, all we ask you to do is just, join us on the social media and just talk wrestling and have fun and go from there. But in the meantime, y'all, I hope you guys, oh, hold up. On the scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you to watch Extreme?
Let me see. I'll say, nah. Right now, I'm gonna just go ahead on it. I'll say 5 right now.
Okay, so 5, because what matches are bringing it to a 5 for you?
Well, I'm interested to see like I said, the Rusev and AJ, and I'm interested to see the women. Hopefully, what's her name? Sasha Banks and Bailey, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Alexa and Jax, and I'm looking forward to seeing Carmella and Oscar. But other than that, that's well. I'm gonna say Dolph Ziggler and Seth and the Shinsuke and Matt. I mean, not Matt, Jeff. Those matches right there. Yeah, I can kind of see those being some good matches. So
I will have to echo those sentiments. I mean, at least the last 2 matches you just mentioned, Jeff and Shinsuke. What was the other one?
Shinsuke and Jeff and Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, those are my top 2 matches I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, those are definitely my top 2 right there. Yeah,
I've never seen Jeff against Shinsuke. I mean, I've seen Ziggler and Rollins before.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, man, I would probably have to say like a 4. I don't know. I mean, I'm more interested. Well, what's the next pay-per-view after that? SummerSlam, right?
Yep.
Oh gosh, man, this summer.
And that's going to be one of those WrestleMania type deals, because you know that match, that pay-per-view is probably going to start. I don't know about Extreme Rules, but I know SummerSlam. Oh no! SummerSlam, I think is going to start at 7.
Yeah, I think they're all going to start at 7, aren't they?
6. It's either 6 or 7. I know SummerSlam is basically going to be ran just like WrestleMania, so it's going to be a pretty long event.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. At Extreme Rules, we should all have a bigger picture of where things are headed as far as SummerSlam is concerned, but that's not till the end of the summer, which, you know, like I said, I got a grandchild coming.
Yeah, I don't even remember what day is SummerSlam is going to be on this time.
It's going to be the last Sunday of summer, so I think it's like
okay,
August 19th, August some shit like that. So, Any rate, y'all, like I said, enjoy Extreme Rules. But about that granddaughter thing, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, I got a lot of shit to take care of still, and all that stuff. So if SummerSlam never comes around, okay, gets me up on around the pallet for my granddaughter. But what is coming up real quick is Extreme Rules. Again, guys, you guys enjoy the show. One of us might be tweeting during the show. And we'll be back with our thoughts soon. And just keep tabs on Twitter, Facebook, and keep subscribing. Tell a friend, subscribe using Apple Podcasts, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, subscribe on YouTube, and you'll get our podcast for free. Okay, guys? Emphasize.
Absolute free.
For free. No ads. Nothing. It's just two homeboys, two big ass fans of the business, and that's all we're here for. It's just to talk wrestling and give it criticism where it's deserved. Good stuff. But we're just having fun, y'all. And we want to have fun with y'all too. So at any rate, enjoy Extreme Rules, and we'll holler at you guys in the next podcast. Thank you for listening.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Rasslin Cafe podcast. Follow us on Twitter at the Rasslin Cafe and at Big Southern. Check out our website at www.therasslincafe.com. Join us next time on another episode of the Rasslin Cafe podcast.